Central Ohio League basketball action at New Philadelphia High School as the Quakers take on the visiting Marietta Tigers. I'm Scott Robbins. Quakers been on a roll. Marietta's had some lineup shuffling.
Yeah, but New Philly really, they're playing for kind of third place, sort of, if you will, with Cambridge in the big school division. So it'll be interesting. Marietta's got the long trip up in Philly's gym, so it should be a good battle.
All right, we'll come back. We'll talk with New Philadelphia head coach Chad Spurgeon in a moment. Stay with us right here on the Ferris Financial pregame show on TV2 Sports.
With fries and a Coke for just $3.99. So there's plenty of McDonald's love to go around.
WJER and TV2 would like to introduce you to a new website, WJERTV2.com, where you can watch exciting high school football, soccer, and volleyball replays from TV2 Sports on your home computer, smartphone, or tablet. Also watch the latest episodes of TV2's original programming, Sports Talk, The Garden Girl, The Not So Shy Chef, Off the Record, and Medical Minutes, as well as catch up on local community news and search for local businesses. So make sure to check out the new WJERTV2.com community website where everything's local.
In the nation, it's not always pretty. But add brand new belongings from Nationwide Insurance, and we'll replace destroyed or stolen items with brand new versions. We take care of the heat, so you don't get burned. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
Tell me, are you confident in your financial game plan? Hello, I'm Matt Ferris, president of Ferris Financial. If you're like most people, you've probably spent a lot of time talking about getting your financial affairs to order, but for some reason, the game plan has never come together. At Ferris Financial, we're here to help you solidify your personal, business, and estate planning goals so that we can build a winning game plan together and help you achieve peace of mind. Please call us at 330-321-1413. Ferris Financial, helping you plan, protect, and prosper.
The moment they hand over the keys, the day a house becomes a home, the feeling when your dream becomes a reality. These are the moments you'll remember forever. At People's Bank, our difference is providing you financial peace of mind and confidence. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. We know your family and understand your story. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Tonight's sporting event is brought to you in part by Integrity Auto Sales, located at 1025 West High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Looking for a hot buy on a new car? To warm up your winter, give Integrity Auto a call at 330-308-9378, where every sale is made with integrity. Mention this ad and receive a $100 gas card with any sale. Bag Sports Pub, located at 136 East Main Street in Sugar Creek. Next time you're in the Sugar Creek area, be sure to check out Bag Sports Pub, where good friends, food, and spirits come together. Bernai's Italian Deli and Cafe, located at 222 Logan Street in Denison, serving the tastiest homemade food around with daily specials and to die for desserts. Bernai's Italian Deli and Cafe. Come for lunch and leave as a friend. Peter's Tire and Auto Service, located at 135 North Water Street in downtown Uhrichsville. Peter's Tire and Auto is a full-service shop offering a wide range of automotive services and is a certified Napa Auto Care Center. Allman Incorporated. You know them as A&M Service Center, located at 1172 Tuscarawas Avenue Northwest in New Philadelphia. 'Tis the season. If you know your car needs servicing soon, keep in mind our holiday hours. Schedule your appointment with A&M Service Center by calling 330-343-3013 this week to help you stay on schedule for your holiday travel. Twin City Pharmacy and Gift Shop, located at 21 Grant Street in Denison. Twin City Pharmacy and Gift Shop has been in existence for over 50 years, serving not only the needs of Denison and Uricksville customers, but customers from coast to coast. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and closed on Sundays.
And back on the Ferris Financial, the new Philadelphia Quakers. Coach, you've been on quite a roll. It's been a good month for the Quakers.
Yes, the Quakers starting to play a little better. We still have plenty of room to get better, but, good for those kids. They're getting some wins under the belt, and that helps.
When you looked at tonight, the Marietta Tigers, they've been shuffling lineups. They've had, for a variety of reasons, a lot of kids coming and going. It's hard to even scout them to really know what to expect tonight.
Absolutely. Fortunately, I'm not the biggest scouter during the year. I got to be honest with you. We're young, we're unpolished. I'm going to spend 95% of my team or my time with my guys just trying to get better this time of the year. And certainly we know a little bit about Marietta, having played them. Obviously, we keep up with some scores and whatnot. But boy, we're really just concentrating on us still.
What are a couple of things that have really been the keys to your success over the last couple of weeks?
One, our schedule. We ran into a little bit, we ran into a softer pocket in our schedule. This week's going to be a little easier. Next week we have Canton Central, and then we got to go on the road to Zanesville. Then we got Lake coming up. Those games are always going to be a little tougher than when you're playing a little bit smaller school, perhaps. So schedule's been it, but certainly the kids have improved. They're playing very hard. They're sharing the ball. And we've made some shots, and making shots covers up a lot of little mistakes. When the ball ends up going in, nobody really notices that we might have missed a screen or we might have misread something. So kids are just playing well.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Thanks, Scott.
Head coach Chad Spurgeon of the new Philadelphia Quakers. That's been the Ferris Financial pregame show. Stay with us for our Ferris Financial tip-off in just a moment here on TV2 Sports.
If a child walks into our bank every month and deposits $1 a day into their savings account, it'll make a real difference in their wallet when they grow up. Interest on savings that compounds into money earning more money on more money over time really adds up. Save with us and watch your money grow, right alongside of your child or grandchild.
First National Bank of Denison, member FDIC. It's all about you.
My name is Danielle. I'm a 2000 graduate from Buckeye Career Center Health Occupation Program, which helped me get my job here at Union Hospital on the pediatric floor as a registered nurse.
We are Buckeye Career Center graduates.
Buckeye Career Center helped my family get the training and education they needed to start our careers.
We're Buckeye Career Center graduates.
I'm Rod. Upon graduation at Buckeye Career Center, they helped me find a job.
Adults who return to Buckeye Career Center to continue their education usually have one goal in mind. They want the opportunity for a better job. The fact is, adult education programs at Buckeye Career Center are less expensive and provide greater opportunities for job placement following graduation. It's your future. Get the facts. Buckeye Career Center. We put people to work. Find out more about your future at buckeyecareercenter.org.
WJER and TV2 would like to introduce you to a new website, WJERTV2.com, where you can watch exciting high school football, soccer, and volleyball replays from TV2 Sports on your home computer, smartphone, or tablet. Also watch the latest episodes of TV2's original programming, Sports Talk, The Garden Girl, The Not So Shy Chef, Off the Record, and Medical Minutes, as well as catch up on local community news and search for local businesses. So make sure to check out the new WJERTV2.com community website where everything's local.
Myers & Miller Podiatry provides complete foot and ankle care to patients of all ages. The practice was established in 2000 by Dr. Adam Myers and has grown to include Dr. Andy Miller in 2007 and most recently Dr. Jason Backage in 2010. Our core values of respect and honesty are the basis for how we manage our practice, and we have grown by building relationships with our patients in order to better serve their needs. Myers & Miller Podiatry serves Tuscarawas and Holmes County with offices in Dover, Sugar Creek, New Comerstown, and Millersburg. Let's get started building our relationship.
Government officials, business leaders, volunteers, and much more. You'll hear it all here on TV2 Profiles, exclusively on TV2. Hi, I'm your host, Cheyenne Carroll, and join me as I interview the Tuscarawas Valley's leading women. You can visit WJERTV2.com for show episodes and details.
Getting ready for our contest between Marietta and New Philadelphia. Scott Robinson along with Jared Hall, and it's time now for our keys to the game. Brought to you by Jill Barker OD, a local family optometry practice with offices in Dover and Cadiz. Dr. Barker takes great pride in the individual care and attention provided to all of her patients. For quality eye care and a great-looking pair of glasses, please contact Jill Barker at 330-364-6941 in Dover or 740-942-4433 in Cadiz. So we've kind of talked to Coach Chad Spurgeon about the fact that his team's playing a little bit better. The Marietta Tigers, they've got a mess with their roster right now.
They sure do, Scott. And if you look at their roster, they do have some nice size. They go 6'6", 6'4", 6'5", 6'3". I would think if they use that size effectively, that could give the Quakers some problems tonight. But like we said, not sure what lineup specifically they're going to put on the floor.
Well, you know, they've had a kid out with concussions. They've had a kid that just quit. They had a kid that went back to his home country. They're bringing up 3 JV players to start for the varsity. So, I mean, it's just a lot going on in a very short period of time for Marietta.
It is, and at this point in the season, it's kind of tough to figure out what you're doing because you're getting close to tournament time. You got about a month left, and it just wrong time to be trying to sort out lineups and who's going in where. And for the Quakers, they've been playing better lately. You know, they've been getting some contributions from different players, and they're just a young team trying to still sort out what roles they all have, replacing all the players from last year.
Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Jill Barker OD. Thank you for choosing Dr. Jill Barker as a Times reporter, Reader's Choice, or favorite eye doctor in 2014. Our starting lineups brought to you by your local nationwide insurance agents, Don Kemp, located at 2146 East High Avenue in New Philadelphia, and Doug Sofer, located at 435 West High Avenue, also in New Philadelphia. So if you're looking for home, car, health, or life insurance, give Don a call at 330-339-4211 or Doug at 330-339-4700. Our lineup for the New Philadelphia Quakers been pretty much the same all season. Xander Ricklick, Braden Young, Dylan Hagan, Michael Carlin, John Marshall. And for the Marietta Tigers, Jonathan Wood, Zachary Labara, Zach Deskins, Trent Dawson, and Matt Alderberger. Those are our starting lineups brought to you by your local nationwide insurance agents, Don Kemp and Doug Sofer, both in New Philadelphia. If you're looking for home, car, health, or life insurance, give either one of them a call. So our injury report brought to you by Omni Orthopedics. If you've been sidelined with an injury, get back into the game with a home team at Omni Orthopedics. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. For the Marietta Tigers, Corey Hill is out. He suffered his second concussion of the season last week, so his status uncertain. Certainly he is out for this one tonight. So the injury report brought to you by Omni Orthopedics. If you've been sidelined with an injury, get back into the game with the home team at Omni Orthopedics. So we kind of look at the game. New Philadelphia's strung together some victories. Chad Spurgeon says his young men are playing a little bit better, but he also says, you know what, we're at a time in our schedule right now that it's a little bit of a lesser schedule these last 4 or 5 games. but it's really going to pick up in the next week or two.
It is, because they still got the likes of Dover again. They have to go to Zanesville. Obviously playing Cambridge, who upset Zanesville a few weeks ago. So, yeah, this is kind of time to make some hay before you really get into the meat and the potatoes the second time around.
You know, it's hard to believe, in probably about 3 weeks or so, the tournament drawing is going to be here, 3 to 4 weeks max. And, you know, you better have it sorted out by then. And there's all this new system that they're using, and it's going to be very different as to how they actually draw for tournaments this year.
It is for the East District. Some of the other districts have used this system before, but it's where you can choose where you want to go. They have the sites already mapped out, so it'll be interesting to see where some of the teams choose to end up.
So we are getting ready for our ball game here as we prepare for our national anthem, which is brought to you by Jill Barker OD, a local family optometry practice with offices in Dover and Cadiz. Dr. Barker takes great pride in the individual care and attention provided to all of her patients. For quality eye care and a great-looking pair of glasses, please contact Jill Barker at 330-364-6941 in Dover or 740-942-4433 in Cadiz. Thanks for choosing Dr. Jill Barker as a Times reporter, Reader's Choice for Favorite Eye Doctor 2014. Let's go down to the floor for our national anthem.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red leather bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And the national anthem brought to you by Jill Barker OD, a local family optometry practice with offices in Cadiz and Dover. Also, we want to thank our good friends at Omni Orthopedics. If you've been sidelined with an injury, get back into the game with the home team at Omni Orthopedics. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. Thanks for bringing us the scoreboard again this season. So, Quakers, Marietta, Quakers playing better. Marietta, not sure what we've got. What's your call on this one?
I really think it's going to be New Philly throwing in for Marietta. Not sure, like you said, what they've got. They've had to travel with, you said, a player leaving, going back to their home country, a player quitting. I mean, I really don't even know what to expect from them going forward. I know they've lost some games in the league from what I've noticed in the newspapers and things, but there's just not a lot about them.
Yeah, it's when you start to bring up starters off of your JV squad because you just don't have enough left at the varsity level, that usually doesn't bode well.
No, that is just puzzling there, because what's that say to the other players you have on your varsity bench? Because obviously they have 6 or 7 players, so if you're bringing up JV guys, what are those other? So I don't know. This is kind of a mystery game.
We'll see here in a moment as the Quakers being introduced.
And really, like we said, New Philly, Marietta, and Cambridge sort of playing it out really for third place in the big school division. It's going to come down to Zanesville or Dover, realistically, I think.
Yeah, big. Certainly Cambridge is the spoiler in this type of situation. But Dover, Zanesville, they play here in about a couple weeks, I think, and that's going to be a big game.
Right. And obviously New Philly could get one of those two possibly if they played well. I mean, we saw New Philly against Zanesville here, and in the first half there they were with them. And then the second half they just didn't have enough gas here. So we're getting ready here for the tip. But I just don't understand, guys, Marietta with this size, why they record is what it is.
Yeah.
The 6'6", there's not too many 6'6" guys floating around the ECOL.
Our tip-off brought to you by Ferris Financial LLC. If you're looking for an effective financial coach, put Matt Ferris at Ferris Financial on your sideline by giving him a call at 330-321-1413. Quakers control the tap as Ricklick's got it. Has it stolen away by Dawson. Dawson on the wing to Olderberger. Quick three. So Marietta quickly on top. Quakers with their first offensive possession here in the front court.
Marietta in some man-to-man there. Nice feed down low, in for two.
Marshall's got two. I'll tell you what, John Marshall's been really a pleasant surprise, averaging 13, 14 points a game for the Quakers. He has really done the job inside.
Kind of replacing Boost there for New Philly here. New Philly also in man here to start.
Deskins with it on the wing, hounded by Hagan. They'll reverse it in the right corner. Dawson gives it up to Wood. Wood along the baseline, kicks it out. Three from the other side by Olderberger's no good, and we'll get a foul on Marietta.
Well, Scott, looking at what Marietta's trying to do, when their big guy comes across, they got to feed it to him right away. He's had position right away. The guards on the wing have to look for him, not wait 5-6 seconds, because then Philly's defense gets a chance to wrap around, get matched up there.
So the Quakers trailing 3-2 here. A minute gone by first quarter. Scott Robinson and Jared Hall with you from New Philadelphia High School. Marshall at the elbow, over to Hagan. Recklick, the spin move out top, gives it to Carl. Hagan on the low block, ball's ticked away, picked up by Labara, and he'll run it out at the other end for two. So 5-2, Marietta leading New Philadelphia. Hagan gives it up to Ricklick. Hagan's open from the outside. It's going to be short. And Young able to knock it off Labara. That'll be Quaker basketball.
Looks like there's a little hesitation there with New Philly and what they're doing, just not really sure where to get it to here at the start. Some trouble getting it in there. Got it into Hagan on the corner baseline there.
Hagan drops it inside. Marshall makes a little room, and it rolls off the front edge. And Carl is the culprit. He'll pick up his first foul.
If you're Marietta, this is the start you want. Up 5-2, have the ball. They seem to me, looking at them, not that they want to run up and down the floor, not really a half-court team here. There's turnover there.
Stolen away by Ricklick. Quakers bring it up, trailing by 3. Outside the bomb by Young. Hits the top of the backboard. It'll be Marietta basketball. Marietta looking to increase their lead. Dawson turns off the glass for 2. And you know what? It's starting to look like it could be addition by subtraction for Marietta.
Yep, they're 3 for 4 out of the gate from the field. So sometimes you lose a player, and that player was just a problem in the locker room. There's a nice drive. It's going to be turnover Marietta basketball. That's third turnover for the Quakers, but you know that player just maybe just doesn't fit with some other aspects of the team. So
Chase Steele in replacing Michael Carl here at the 5-minute mark. 7-2, Marietta leading New Philadelphia. Steal by Hagan. Gives it up to Young, back out to Hagan. He'll drive hard on the baseline, kicks it back out. Steele for 3, in and out. A rebound to Dawson. Dawson, the push up the floor to Labarra. Woods got it. He'll drop it back to Deskins. Ball pops loose. It'll be out of bounds. And it'll go to the Quakers.
Wood just doesn't look very comfortable out there in the foul line extended sort of the elbow with the basketball there.
Marietta's got a lot of height, and we saw a lot of it last year. They just don't do much with it.
No. And I just think in this league, if you have that height, you should be able to do some things because there aren't a lot of teams that have 2 or 3 guys 6'5" or over.
Hagan to Young. Steele, the dribble drive at the elbow, puts up the shot off the window. Too hard. Rebound to Marietta. 7-2, the score remains halfway through the first quarter. As Deskins along the baseline kicks it out. 3-point shot is good there by Alderberger. You can see that's his specialty. He's got 2 threes already.
Fast start here for the Tigers. It's going to be the 4th turnover for the Quakers here.
Coming up on Saturday night, we will have high school wrestling action on TV2. It'll be Solon at Claymont at the pit, taking on the Mustangs.
Coach Spurgeon going to take a 30 here. As it's not that it's slipping away already, but already to be down 10-2, and you're 1 for 6 from the field if you're New Philly. You'd be mistaken thinking they're the road team here. Usually in your home gym, you shoot a little better, where Marietta's off to a 4 for 5 start out of the gate.
Well, I'll tell you, a week ago or so when we were here the last time as the Quakers played Coshocton, certainly they scorched the Nets in the first quarter and really shot better, about 50% or better for the whole game, and they are far from that start here tonight.
Now, how do you compare, since I haven't seen Coshocton and Marietta?
Right now, Marietta is far superior to Coshocton.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Coshocton was not particularly good. Alderberger again. Wow. He is off to a hot start, and boy, 13-2.
Of their 6 shots, 4 have been from long range. So to run up and down, shoot a lot of threes here.
Nice play by Carl to get 2 back for the Quakers.
Don't know if you're 6'6", why you need to jump. Just stay flat-footed, hands up. You know, you're well over 7 foot to alter the shot there.
Deskins has it. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Marietta. Xander Ricklick back in. He'll replace Braden Young with 3 minutes to go, first quarter. 13-4, Marietta leading New Philadelphia. Tell you what, shooting makes up for a lot of mistakes.
It sure does.
And we had a kicked ball, so we'll do it again. Five-second call. It'll be Quaker basketball. Turnover on Marietta. So we'll see what the Quakers can do here, trailing by 9. Marshall dribbles inside, loses it. Carl can't pick it up, still loose on the floor. It'll go to Marietta.
Well, they're letting them play here a little bit, which is good, letting them get after it. Hopefully the second half they'll continue, won't tighten it up.
So Marietta with a 9-point lead, trying to make it double digits. Alderberger has just been outstanding here in this first quarter.
And he just looks like he wants the basketball looking.
Well, that might be why he's playing.
Yep.
Wood inside and back out to Alderberger. That one is no good. And a rebound by the Tigers. Foul on the Quakers. That'll be on Carl, I believe. That'll be his second. as Braden Young returns, replacing Michael Carl. Second team foul on the Quakers. Carl has both of them.
Second 5-second call there on the Tigers here.
That was pretty quick. Quakers need to take advantage of it here at the other end.
2:12 left here.
Young all the way to the hoop and takes the hit, and he'll go to the line. Trent Dawson with the foul. That's his first, second on Marietta. Young's free throw is up and good. 64% free throw shooter. Got the first one to fall. Second shot up and no good. In the corner though, Steele able to get the offensive board out to Ricklick, over to Hagan. He'll fire the three. Got it! Now things are settling down a little bit for the Quakers. They're back within 5.
Good pressure there by Hagan up there. Nice drive it.
Hagan with the foul. First one is good. Second free throw, good. Tell you what, if these guys were playing at the JV level, they're not doing bad at the varsity level.
No, no.
Steele for 3. Hit the top of the backboard, and they're going to play on with it. Alderberger, shot deflected, gets it back. Has it deflected again. Still on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball situation here. And that ball will go to Marietta. (15-8). Marietta leading New Philadelphia with 1:16 to go, first quarter. Kind of a
travel
tough
there.
Shot inside, and we'll have a foul by Marietta.
Marietta seems to be cooling off here a little bit from the field. Scott is
still lead it by 7 though here with 1:08 to go in the first quarter. And Marshall tied up by Labarra. It'll stay with the Quakers. The bigger guys just got to remember he can't bring the ball down to his waist. Nice pass inside to Marshall. Nice move inside for 2. (15-10). Marietta leading the Quakers. Dawson drives inside off the glass, no good. Quakers will get the rebound, stolen away, ball's loose. Labarra gets it back, dribbles through traffic. Alderberger's got it to Wood. Wood not much of a shooter.
No.
Hasn't done much in this first quarter. And it's down to 18 seconds. You know, you can tell the defensive intensity has been ramped up for the Quakers here in this one. As Deskins gives it to Wood, back to Deskins. He'll fire the 3. That is well short. Ricklick's got it, the half-court shot at the buzzer. And at the end of 1, it's 15-10. Leading New Philadelphia. We'll come back to second quarter action in a moment. right here on TV2 Sports.
Omni Orthopedics comprehensive programs provide and successful treatment for every musculoskeletal problem. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. From evaluation to rehabilitation, your treatment plan is designed around your needs. Omni Orthopedics specializes in sports medicine, the spine, physical medicine and rehabilitation, foot and ankle, and hand surgery. If pain makes activities like climbing stairs, standing or walking a challenge, turn to the home team at Omni Orthopedics. Their mission is to provide you with the advanced orthopedic services so you can. Located in the Oxford Medical Arts Building, a full service facility, including digital x-ray and physical therapy. Travel when quality care is so close to home. Omni Orthopedics, setting the standard in orthopedic care.
Relax, Carlos. With McDonald's, you can afford to win them both over.
Now you can pick up a Big Mac Extra Value Meal with fries and a Coke for just $3.99. So there's plenty of McDonald's love to go around.
Tell me, are you confident in your financial game plan? Hello, I'm Matt Ferris, president of Ferris Financial. If you're like most people, you've probably spent a lot of time talking about getting your financial affairs to order, but for some reason, the game plan has never come together. At Ferris Financial, we're here to help you solidify your personal, business, and estate planning goals so that we can build a winning game plan together and help you achieve peace of mind. Please call us at 330-321-1413. Ferris Financial, helping you plan, protect, and prosper.
The moment they hand over the keys, the day a house becomes a home, the feeling when your dream becomes a reality. These are the moments you'll remember forever. At People's Bank, our difference is providing you financial peace of mind and confidence. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. We know your family and understand your story. People's Bank, working together, building success.
It's time now for our first quarter recap brought to you by People's Bank, a full-service consumer and business bank located at 1309 4th Street Northwest in New Philadelphia, offering you convenient online banking, working together, building success. And really, you look at the stat sheet, and it's Olderberger. 3 threes in the first quarter on the way to a 15-point period. Tigers, they lead the Quakers by 5.
If you look at the stats, they're basically identical, and the difference is those 3-pointers. So that's really the recap and the difference here in the first quarter.
So that is our first quarter recap brought to you by People's Bank, a full-service consumer and business bank located at 1309 4th Street Northwest in New Philadelphia, offering you convenient online banking, working together, building success. Olderberger in the lane, has it blocked from behind by Ricklick. They call it the jump ball. It'll go to the Quakers.
He's not bashful about getting shots up for Marietta. Coming up from the JV squad there.
Yeah, I think he's trying to make an impression, and certainly he has done that so far. Minute 46 to go, first period. Hagen's got it stolen away. Labara. And they're going to give it the offensive foul to Labara. That's his second foul.
You think, Scott, there's not too many players that could probably say they started some JV and now they started varsity in the same season.
Within a matter of a game or two.
Yeah.
They had a short roster to begin with. They only had an 8-man varsity roster to begin with. They lost one to injury, one quit, and one moved out of the district. So that's a pretty short roster.
And that moving out of the district, that's...
And they have no juniors on the roster at all.
That's, wow.
Ricklick gives it to Steele. Over to Young for three. Got it. Young with 4, and the Quakers back within 2.
They've scratched and clawed back from that early 10-2 deficit.
Once the Quakers started to heat up, they clawed right back into this one. Deskins works against Hegan. And it's out of bounds.
Marietta's turned it over 3 times this quarter to start.
Michael Carl back in to go with Young, Hagan, Marshall, and Ricklick. Isaac Danford in for Marietta. Ricklick's got it for the Quakers, gives it to Carl. To Ricklick. They've been really trying to spot up with Marshall on the low block. That time they couldn't get it to him. And a foul from behind on Deskins. That's his second, team foul number 5. Looks like the second quarter we might see a few free throws here.
Yep.
Ricklick will trigger it in. Hagan's got it in the corner. He'll reverse it out top. Ricklick finds Marshall. Couple of dribbles, gives it to Young. Over to Hagan, he's open. 3-point shot. And
2 times that's done that tonight.
So the second quarter action, 6:04 to go and counting. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Bell Stores halftime report, and we'll have our Vasco group halftime adjustment.
Your Philly showing a little half-court trap here.
And Marshall just can't resist himself inside as Danford will go to the line for 2.
These JV players from Marietta kind of scrappy here.
Well, they're giving an effort. That might be why they moved up to the varsity level.
Considering one started, one first subs off the bench here, and it's the first one.
So Danford on the board. He'll have a second shot here. Marietta has led throughout. And that one is good. 2 for Danford. It's 17-13. Marietta with a 4-point lead. Hagan looks at it, gives the ball fake, brings it back out to Young, over to Ricklick, down low to Marshall. Ricklick back out to Hagan. 5:15 to go inside. Marshall, and we're going to have a foul call. And that foul is on Alderberger. Shot by Marshall is good. He's got 5. Marshall shooting 63%, misses the second. The rebound to Wood. Wood at 6'6". That is about the only time we have mentioned his name was on that rebound.
Yeah.
And Danford fouled by Hagan as they broke the press. That's Hagan's second foul. Danford will go to the line for the second time. He's 2 of 2.
I'm just trying to figure out about this big guy from Marietta, what his role is for them. First shot up and good. Because it's almost like if you're New Philly, do you even really have to guard him because he really isn't even looking to be an offensive threat.
So Marietta with a second free throw. Danford trying to make it 4 for 4. And does. 19-14. Marietta with 4:57 to go here, first half. Marshall out to Young for three. Lets it go. No good. Wood the rebound. So the Tigers with the lead. Trying to add some more here. Ball's loose. Marshall's got it. Good pressure defense by the Quakers.
Turnover number 6 in the quarter here for Marietta. Nice screen.
Inside it goes to Marshall. He wants to turn to his right. That time Marietta prevented it. Young on the wing. Down to Marshall. Over Wood and up for two. Marshall was our player of the game against Coshocton. Deskins fights against Young. Ball's loose. Wood's able to pick it up. Has it stolen by Carl. Wood gets it back. Outside. The bomb by Alderberger, and he's got 12 on 4 3-pointers. 22-16 Marietta.
Just keeping him in it. Just doing it all on his own.
Carl trying to find Steele. Ball's loose on the floor. Marietta can't hang on to it. It'll stay with the Quakers.
3:16 to go here, second quarter. 22-16 Marietta.
Dylan Hagan back in for New Philadelphia to go along with Ricklick, Marshall, Young, and Steele.
And Marietta's added Trent Dawson, another former JV player here for the Tigers.
Inside, Young for two. Nice move to get into the heart of the Marietta defense. And an easy two, 22-18. 4-point lead for Marietta. They have led all the way in this one so far. Alderberger to Dawson. Dawson in the lane. Shot partially blocked by Marshall. Hagan comes away with it. Hagan wants to push. Marshall, the dribble drive, off his foot, out of bounds to Marietta. Scott Robinson and Jared Hall with you from New Philadelphia High School. East Central Ohio League basketball action. Marietta making the long drive north to New Philadelphia. Danford to Wood on the baseline. That's a shot you've got to be able to take.
You've got to make that.
Outside for three. And Trent Dawson's got 5. 25-18. Marietta still up by 7.
This JV player's been a nice addition to their varsity.
Marshall top of the circle, works it over to Young. Carl gets ready to check back in for the Quakers. Ricklick for three. Nope. It's going to be Dawson. Bringing it across half court, gives it to Danford. Danford out to Wood. Then inside to Labara, and this time you're going to get the offensive foul. That's his 3rd foul. And that'll bring some action on the Marietta bench as Travis Moore comes in, number 20. Minute and a half to go here in the first half. Carl, the spin move into the lane, and it'll be called for the travel. Quakers going to show a little pressure here.
Looking for that trap once they cross half court.
Inside to Wood. Wood
looks very mechanical, Scott.
steal. Pushes it out to Ricklick. Carl inside to Marshall. Ball's loose. Marietta comes out of there with it. Under a minute to go. Danford open for three. It's short. Quakers with a rebound. Steele's got it to Hagan. 34 seconds to play, second quarter. Inside to Marshall. Back out, Hagan. That three is short. And now with 19 seconds to go, Marietta can do what they want. Maybe they'll hold it here for a final shot. Why not? They're up 7 points. Quakers have not really threatened Marietta here in this first half. Wood turns, fires. After all that, Carl's going to fire it. It's going to be short at the halftime buzzer. And it's 25-18. And Marietta leading New Philadelphia. We'll come back and we'll have our Bell Stores halftime report. And we'll give you our Vasco Group halftime adjustment. That's all ahead right here on TV2 Sports.
My name is Danielle. I'm a 2000 graduate from Buckeye Career Center Health Occupation Program, which helped me get my job here at Union Hospital on the pediatric floor as a registered nurse.
We are Buckeye Career Center graduates.
Buckeye Career Center helped my family get the training and education they needed to start our careers.
We're Buckeye Career Center graduates.
I'm Rod. Upon graduation at Buckeye Career Center, they helped me find a job.
Adults who return to Buckeye Career Center to continue their education usually have one goal in mind. They want the opportunity for a better job. The fact is, adult education programs at Buckeye Career Center are less expensive and provide greater opportunities for job placement following graduation. It's your future. Get the facts. Buckeye Career Center. We put people to work. Find out more about your future at buckeyecareercenter.org.
You can create a lasting legacy with a gift to the Tuscarawas County Community Foundation. It provides a safe, trustworthy, philanthropic choice for your estate planning needs. Through the generosity of area residents, the foundation has been able to provide nearly $5 million in funding for a variety of community projects and student scholarships that have positively impacted each corner of our county. Help your community by making a tax-deductible donation to the Tuscarawas County Community Foundation today.
WJER and TV2 would like to introduce you to a new website, WJERTV2.com, where you can watch exciting high school football, soccer, and volleyball replays from TV2 Sports on your home computer, smartphone, or tablet. Also watch the latest episodes of TV2's original programming, Sports Talk, The Garden Girl, The Not So Shy Chef, Off the Record, and Medical Minutes, as well as catch up on local community news and search for local businesses. So make sure to check out the new WJERTV2.com community website where everything's local.
In the nation, it's not always pretty. But add brand new belongings from Nationwide Insurance, and we'll replace destroyed or stolen items with brand new versions. We take care of the heat, so you don't get burned. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
As the area's leader in direct-to-garment printing, you won't be surprised in t-shirt graphics, huge range of services, screen printing, banners, engraving, graphic design, and embroidery. They offer just about anything you can imagine, like shirts, and more. They're located right here in New Philadelphia on the south side and on the web at denisontshirts.com.
Business leaders, volunteers, and much more. Hear it all here on TV2 Profiles exclusive on. Hi, I'm your host, Cheyenne. Join me as I interview the Tuscarawas Valley. You can visit WJERTV2.com for show episodes Details.
A 7-point lead for the Marietta Tigers as we are at halftime. The New Philadelphia Quakers trailing 25-18. Time now for a halftime report brought to you by Bell Stores with 4 convenient locations to better serve you in Dover, Bolivar, New Philadelphia, and Strasburg. Stop in at your local convenient Bell Store and make sure your family's running on full for the second half. So, you know what? Marietta, we didn't know what they were going to have when they came into this game with 3 starters from the JV team. And they played pretty well, and they're up by 7.
I'll tell you what, those JV players have really been the spark plug, because when you look at what they're trying to do, and it seems to be shoot the 3 when they're open, all 3 of those players can launch from downtown, Scott. So,
well, let's take a look at the statistics, which will point that fact out.
If you look at them, it's pretty much identical. The difference is those 7 field goals have come from 3-point range here. For Marietta, they've hit 5, so that just really is the difference in turnovers. Pretty even, 10, 12 for Marietta, which you'd expect. Some of those from the JV players moving up because obviously skill level a little better, better defensive pressure. But really, that's the difference, the 3-point action here. And they really haven't used their inside game, their size against the Quakers. The Quakers have been the ones more trying to pound it inside.
So that is our halftime report brought to you by Bell Stores with 4 convenient locations to better serve you in Dover, Bolivar, New Philadelphia, and Strasburg. Our halftime adjustments brought to you by a full-service asphalt, paving, and maintenance company. Vasco also specializes in the construction of artificial turf fields, running tracks, and tennis courts. For more information on the Vasco Group, visit their website at www.thevascogroup.com. And really, what's New Philadelphia got to do to somewhat get back in this ball game?
I think their defense picked up there in the second quarter. I think recognized the 3-point shooters now, because on the scouting report, this would be New Philly's second time of playing them. The lineups have changed, so now that you've seen the players for a half, who's going to shoot the 3? I would say if I'm New Philly, let the big guy from Marietta shoot the ball. Just back away from him, see if he'll take some shots and play 5-on-4. And sort of dare him to beat you.
All right, our halftime adjustment brought to you by the Vasco Group, a full-service asphalt paving and maintenance company. Also, don't forget to check out our website at WJERTV2.com, where you can watch all of the exciting high school basketball and wrestling replays from TV2 Sports on your home computer, smartphone, or tablet. WJERTV2.com, community website where everything is local. Our start of the second half tonight brought to you by Ferris Financial LLC. If you're looking for an effective financial coach, put Matt Ferris at Ferris Financial on your sideline by giving him a call at 330-321-1413. Marietta has the ball to start the third quarter. And we're going to get the quick foul on Hagan, and that is a number 3 on Hagan. For the Quakers and the Tigers, same starting lineups for the second half. Wood against Marshall. Hits the side of the backboard. And, I'm sure they went in at halftime and talked about it and said, hey, Mr. Wood, you got to take some shots.
Yeah. And there's a turnover here by...
Actually looks like a foul here.
Yep.
On Trent Dawson, that's his third.
So each team's fouled here in the first 20 seconds, and we've got my time here. We've got the officials.
I'm guessing maybe some blood on a uniform, maybe.
So make a quick substitution there.
Now you got to try and find a pair of shorts.
Yep.
That works.
Probably not the plan Coach Spurgeon had in mind coming out of the halftime.
So Hagan with it, 7:34 to go here, third period, 25-18. Scott Robinson and Jared Hall with you from New Philadelphia High School. Wrestling Saturday night on TV2. It'll be Solon at Claymont.
At the pit.
Big night for Claymont Wrestling. As John Marshall rolls to the hoop, gets the basket. He's got 9. It's 25-20. You know, the Quakers keep coming back, but they just can't seem to get enough rolling to, get even or take the lead.
No, Marietta seems to just have the answer. It always seems with that timely three-pointer here. Marietta's setting up a little flex here to start the third quarter. So looking for some inside cuts. And
Wood way outside.
Just think you back off of him, Scott, out there.
Olberberger's got it.
And maybe you double team right here, 23 for Marietta, who's been so hot from three-point range.
Deskins to the hoop. And the foul as he goes by, and we'll get the basket.
Chance for a three-pointer the old-fashioned way.
And that is 4 on Dylan Hagan. That is not good news for the Quakers.
No, their most really experienced player has gone to the bench and in and out. Rebound, New Philly.
So Ricklick will bring it up into the front court. Quakers need to get some production out of their perimeter players here. Ricklick to Carl, over to Steele with 6:10 to go in the third quarter. Nice pass inside to Marshall with the left hand from the opposite side. He's got 11, and it's 27-22.
Got to have some stops here. Nears. It's going to be a turn. Going to be New Philly basketball there.
Labara with the foul. Hey, this is Hall of Fame night, as a number of players and former teams being honored here in New Philadelphia. Among those being honored this weekend, we've got Bill Stokey, Blake Sattler, Dave Massarelli, Gretchen Ricklick-Poland, Ward Holdsworth, Brian Lowry, Steve Gosser, Al Dunn, Joe Streb, and the undefeated football team of 1944, all going into the Quaker Hall of Fame. And the foul. Marshall got the offensive board. And that is going to be on Wood, I believe.
You know, you look at every sub Marietta has made, Scott, in this game has been all of the players off of the JV roster that has now been moved up to varsity. And I'll tell you, they haven't played bad.
No, and there are several players on the varsity roster, the original varsity roster that played last year, that haven't seen a whiff of playing time in this one.
Got his own rebound.
Marshall to the hoop with a right hand for 2 more, and he brings them within 3.
No, because there's a lot of guys sitting on that Marietta bench that haven't even taken off their warm-ups.
Wood to the hoop, gets 2 against Marshall. His first 2.
But think if Marietta could ever get him going, they'd have some nice inside-outside play there.
Marietta's scrappy. Carl gets trapped inside, but manages to get 2 out of it. 29-26, the Tigers by 3 with 4:47 to go, third period. And
calling it a little tight here to start the third quarter.
It's a little tight. Young gets the foul. That's just his first. Third on the team. As Gage Erb comes into the game for Marietta. And for the Quakers, Kobe Hutchinson comes in. Thanks again to our friends at Omni Orthopedics for sponsoring our scoreboard. Again, this basketball season. Blocked from behind by Marshall. He's got it. Quakers trail by 3. They've got the basketball. Ricklick to Marshall. Inside to Carl. Taken away by Erb. Deskins will bring it out top. Near the center circle, works right side. At the free throw line, pulls up, shot short, rebound to Hutchinson. Outside steal. And the Tigers will take it over.
Little zone that Marietta is showing there seems to the Quakers a little bit of problem here these last couple possessions.
Marietta having a little trouble against the Quakers zone. They overthrow it, turnover. Steele's got it. Hutchinson to Ricklick, back to Hutchinson. New Philly trailing by 3, closest they've been in a while.
Marietta back to their man here. Nice drive to the basket for 2.
Steele with 2, and it's 29-28. And Marietta can't save it. It'll go to New Philadelphia, and you can really see the momentum turning to the Quakers. Surprised Marietta maybe hasn't taken a timeout yet to kind of slow things down.
I was just thinking that, Scott. I mean, you've got young players here, and it's going to be New Philadelphia taking a quick 30 here to talk about it on the offensive end. But, yeah, young players, kind of their first action here. You were up, we've been up as many as 9. You were up just 5 or 6 a few minutes ago. Now it's been cut to 1, and New Philly can take the lead here on this possession.
Quakers have been a long time since they have really been in a position to take the lead.
And I just wonder if New Philly can grab that lead, if that'll just kind of send Marietta rolling down.
You know, if their mindset changes, if New Philadelphia can get the lead, we've seen it happen 1,000 times where kind of thought, well, we've been doing pretty good, and now all of a sudden, as expected, New Philadelphia is going to, they've blasted past us. Maybe we ought to just fold the tents and get on the bus and go home.
Yep. And for New Philly, if they can come back and get this lead, this would be good confidence booster for the way they started there in the first quarter. Marietta in 2-3 zone here. If they're going to be in this zone, they're going to have to be really active here against the Quakers. Guys moving.
Lob inside to Carl for 2.
And that's not the activity Marietta needed on that as far as on the defensive end.
It's taken a while, 30-29. And then quickly Marietta gets the lead right back. The basket by Dawson gives him 7. It's 31-30. What a nice play, though, by the Quakers last time down. Carl inside. Marshall for 2, and the foul.
Tell you what, that was a good set out of that timeout by Coach Spurgeon.
Quakers starting to feel it a little bit here, I think.
He's going to get another shot in the lane too soon.
Foul line violation. Marshall has another opportunity. Same exact shot. And Marietta comes away with it. Offensive foul on Erb as Chase Steele stands in there and takes it.
I really think for Marietta, possible timeout here. I mean, they just don't seem in sync. Guy going down the floor, taking it himself.
32-31, the Quakers with the lead. 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Steele, free throw line, jumper for 2.
And with the patience, Scott, that we've seen from New Philly throughout this year, they get ahead 5 or 6. They can take some time off the clock with their offense.
Alderberger drives baseline, back out. Herb fires the three, no good. Marshall the rebound. Quakers on the run, leading it by 3. Carl's down there all alone for 2 more. Carl with 8, it's 36-31. So it was an 8-point lead at the half. I believe it was 25-18.
Yes.
So the Quakers have outscored Marietta 18-6.
And a lot of
third quarter.
Just hustle plays. Looking up for the guy in front on the pass. Rebound. I mean, that last rebound was with authority. Marietta player ended up on the deck. And with the young team that Marietta's got, like we said, with these new players being brought up, are they going to be able to get it back together and get refocused here? And if you're New Philly, just run your stuff. I think back to that Zanesville game when they played Zanesville. Now would be the time to run some of those Princeton sets, be very methodical in what you're doing. No sense to get excited and be in a hurry.
Just spread it out to the 4 corners, and the Quakers going to bring some pressure. So Wood will inbound it here for Marietta. Deskins double team. They'll angle it right up the floor. Altberger. Shot no good. The rebound to the Quakers.
They have gone ice cold here in the third quarter.
Ricklick on the baseline. Has it rejected there by Dawson. And now the Quakers will inbound it. See if the Quakers have some kind of special inbounds play here they want to try. Need to get it in play, that's for sure, as Young has it knocked away, and then they will inbound it here from the side with 1:24 to go in the third period.
And there was a chance for Mary to get a steal, but the young player not watching the ball, just focused on the man and didn't see the ball there.
Steele drives inside. Double clutch for 2 more. Alderberger, his shot no good. Young with a rebound. Marietta's gone stone cold. Young from the outside for 3 more. A 23-6 run by the Quakers. Alderberger out to Herb. To Deskins, 3 from the outside. Short gets his own rebound. Leans into Marshall. Marshall blocks it, throws it ahead. Steele can't get there. Quakers trying to run it out. And it's a 3-pointer for Alderberger.
The New Philly's done all this with Higgins on the bench.
They actually have 1 player on the side. It's 4 on 5 right now. As Steele not feeling well. Carl gets another basket. And at the end of the third quarter, it's 43-34. New Philly leads Marietta. We'll come back with fourth quarter action in a moment here on TV2 Sports.
They hand over the keys. The becomes a home. The feeling when your dream becomes a reality. These are the moments you remember forever. At People's Bank, our difference is providing you financial peace of mind and confidence. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. We know your family and understand your story. People's Bank, working together, building.
Tell me, are you a financial game plan? Hello, I'm Matt Ferris, president of Ferris Financial. If you're like most people, you've probably spent a lot of time talking about getting your financial affairs to order, but for some reason, the game plan has never come together. At Ferris Financial, We're here to help you solidify your personal, business, and estate planning goals so that we can build a winning game plan together and help you achieve peace of mind. Please call us at 330.
And it's time now for our third quarter recap, brought to you by People's Bank, a full-service consumer and business bank located at 1309 4th Street Northwest in New Philadelphia, offering you convenient online banking, working together, building success. Wow, talk about a third quarter. Quakers came out, outscored Marietta that time in that period by a 25 to 9 margin. So that really tells you all you need to know. The momentum completely shifted. Quakers in control here as we head into the fourth quarter.
And they were 12 of 15 from the field.
Pretty strong performance in that third period. The third quarter checkup brought to you by People's Bank, full-service consumer and business bank located in New Philadelphia.
And here we go with a little bit of their Princeton sets here for the Quakers.
Marshall inside with a left hand, gets the basket and the foul. So Marshall with 18. He really has been counted on this year for the Quakers scoring inside, and he's come through. Deskins hounded there by Young. 7:27 to go in the game.
Marietta just completely out of sync here.
Wood out to Deskins, to Labarra with 4 fouls back in the game. Marshall tried to get inside to Carl, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Sideline there, the Marietta coach just has that look of what happened.
It's going to be a long ride home.
Yep.
Carl makes some room. Right hand, in and out. Dawson will push it up to Deskins. He can't hang on to it. Well, we have a moment. Let's go ahead and take our shot of the game, brought to you by People's Bank, a full-service consumer and business bank located at 1309 4th Street Northwest in New Philadelphia, offering you convenient online banking, working together, building success. And I think there's no question about it. It was Michael Carl. They took a timeout, came out with that inbounds play. He made a cut to the basket, got the lob pass, nearly dunked it, but really that turned the momentum and brought the fans alive and really put them back in the game.
Exactly. That backside got in there. The crowd got into it. That is definitely our shot of the game.
Shot of the game brought to you by People's Bank, a full-service consumer and business bank located at 1309 4th Street Northwest in New Philadelphia.
Okay, Marietta has added Noah Miller, number 3, has checked in, another player off their JV roster here. Nice drive.
Young with 2 more. He's got 11. Steal by Ricklick. 2-on-1 break to Young. Missed it. Marshall nearly had it on the rebound. And Marietta will work it out top. 6:09 to go here in the ball game. Coming up following our game, we'll have our Bell Stores game wrap-up. 3 from the outside by Dawson. And a timeout by Marietta. Once a full timeout. We'll have our Bell Stores game wrap-up following the contest, and we'll also pick our McDonald's MVP. And we got a number of possible selections for the Quakers.
New Philly has just turned it up. I don't know what the speech was at halftime, but everyone that they put in the game has been able to contribute positively here in the second half. Where on the flip side, I don't know what happened to Marietta, but it's for them.
Yeah, it really has, and it started to unravel a little bit after Labarra got his 4th foul, I guess, really.
Right. I go back, young team, right up here, and for some of these players, this is their first varsity action, and to be away, to start it,
it really started out very well for Marietta. They led 25-18 at the half. Third quarter, though, it boomeranged. I mean, it's almost unbelievable. The Quakers started to hit some shots, made some plays. Marietta, I think, got a little bit demoralized by that. And the Quakers in control right now by 11.
Long pass to Hegan off the press by Marietta.
And Marshall walked with it. Had a chance.
Nice play there. New Philadelphia's just done a much better job to this half, not turning the ball over. They only have 3 as a team here.
So Marietta trying to make something happen here. Labarra's got it. Alderberger's been spectacular from the outside. He's got 15 points, all on three-pointers, which begs the question, why was he playing JV to start with?
Yeah, I don't understand that one. A nice drive inside, off the mark.
Carl with the rebound. And now Hagen's got it under control here with 5:18 to go. I think the Quakers might take the air out here a little bit. And a double dribble call, the turnover.
And on a Hall of Fame night, both teams should win. We saw the JVs win on a last-second shot there earlier tonight by 1 point over Marietta. Now varsity up 11. I did see on their scoreboard that the Marietta Lady Tigers come up tomorrow to face the state-ranked Lady Quakers. So be back-to-back long trips for the Tigers. Both their teams inside, move off the glass, no good.
Carl came out of there with a rebound. Hagen's got it. A little behind the back action, trying to get it across the timeline. Poked away by Dawson. And the Tigers have it. And Dawson's fouled by Carl.
Off the mark there.
Dawson with the miss. Zach Deskins back in for Marietta. And Ricklick, I believe, is back in. So the Quakers with a basketball, 4:25 to go.
Why be in a hurry here?
No reason, that's for sure.
Nope, and it looks like they're going with a little bit of the weave stall here outside. And if you're Marietta, you've got to come up and ball pressure the basketball.
Still trailing by 11.
We said this would be a good win for the Quakers.
Yeah, they've had a pretty good couple of weeks. It's either 4 or 5 in a row here. Might be 5 in a row. They just got to keep the floor spacing. And then Marietta's going to make the foul, which is team foul number 7 on Olderberger, and that'll put the Quakers in the 1-and-1.
They were able to take off about 45 seconds there, and I'm just not sure New Philly can salt away a couple of these fouls here early. Marietta just probably call off the dogs and just let it run out if they can't make shots down on the other end. First one up, good.
So Young with 12. 3 players for the Quakers in double figures. 18 for Marshall, 12 for Young, 10 for Carl. Second free throw up and rolls off the rim. Out of bounds.
It's going to belong to the Quakers underneath, and they're going to take a full timeout here.
Up by 12 with 3:46 to go. They trailed by 7 at halftime, so it's been a pretty darn good period and a half here for New Philly as they have tilted the scoreboard in their favor pretty substantially.
And And I think if you're Marietta, you want to tell me you want to look for a good shot. Obviously, they are not bashful launching it from the three-point range, and I would think that's probably their best offense going forward for Marietta. If you're New Philly, you get it in. If you don't have a quick layup,
shoot free throws.
Shoot free throws, just hold it, make them foul.
That's really the strategy, or should be the strategy. There's no sense in pushing it up and down the floor.
No.
You're in control with 3:46 to go. You're not really in any danger. They haven't made a lot of shots here in this second half.
No, you're not. I don't think you're in danger of losing this if you're New Philly. It's just how tight do you want it to be, and it'd be nice. Keep it a nice, large margin.
Quakers set up for their inbounds play. Hagan has it out to Young. Down to Marshall. Marshall turns, spins with the right hand for two more. 20 for John Marshall. Inside to Wood. Marshall will pick up that foul. Just
I'm
his
not
second.
really sure about that one. He really didn't look like he was even looking at the basket. Just kind of put his head down and put his way in. Missed the first one here. (51-37), 3:21 left here. Herb going out for the Tigers. Dawson checking in.
The second free throw is good by Wood.
And another timeout by Marietta.
I don't know about you, I'm kind of tired of the timeouts.
I am too. I mean, you're down 13. I know you can't save any of them or take them with you, but you just had a timeout 15 seconds ago. What has changed in 15 seconds?
Well, he must want to set up the press, that make sure everybody's going to be in the same thought process here. Get a good look at the Quaker fans in attendance. Again, congratulations to all of the inductees into the Quaker Athletic Hall of Fame. So New Philadelphia will have the basketball here. Quakers do what they need to do to break it. And now they'll set up in the four corner. Just a big game of keep away at this point. Oh my. Oh my.
Looked like there might have been a foul there.
Lucky that didn't end up in a trip to the ER.
Now you've got a little bit of a reach, so the next one will put Marietta in the bonus here.
That foul on Young, that's his second.
This could be a long 3 minutes here.
Could be. Alderberger off the glass for two.
And they quickly get set up in their diamond press there.
And now the Quakers break it. Blocked from behind by Wood. So Marietta not done quite yet. And we're going to get the foul on New Philly.
So Marietta will go to the line. Clock stop. Chance to cut it down to 9.
I believe that's going to be on Young. That's his third.
Just not sure what the hurry is for New Philly.
Yeah, they've been playing a little bit with their hair on fire here in this last couple of minutes. Unless that's the pace Coach Spurgeon wants them to play. That's always a part of it.
Rebound Wood.
Deskins in the lane. And one. So Deskins with 6. 51-42. 13-point lead is starting to disappear a little bit The free throw is good. Deskins with 7. 51-43.
Looks like diamond press set up again by Marietta. Hagan splits it. Right there.
Marietta trying to substitute offense, defense. And now the Quakers, as long as they can control it in the front court.
Just get it moving before they get to the trap area. And if you're Marietta, you've got to get a solid trap in there.
So the Quakers taking a little time off the clock. Labaro has to commit the foul. Tried to trip him, and that's his 5th foul.
That'll be the end of the night for him.
So let me guess, the Marietta coach is going to make it difficult for everybody and take his time finally gets a sub. Marietta's not a bad basketball team. They certainly played very well for a short period of time here, the first half anyway, as Hagan with the free throw gets it to fall. Hagan with just 4. He's averaging about 11 a game.
Really good confidence for the Quakers with one of your leaders sort of having an off night, saddled with foul trouble. Misses the second one, rebound Quakers.
Quakers just have to play keep away here for a little bit. As that foul on Dawson.
We're almost to the double bonus here.
Quakers just have to keep making free throws. And time will eventually run out here. Don't forget, too, about our WJERTV2.com website where you can watch all of the exciting high school wrestling and basketball on your smartphone, your tablet, or on your home computer. WJERTV2.com.
Long one there.
Marshall gets the long rebound, 1.5 minutes to go. Hagan's got it. He'll fire it to Ricklick for 3. And we'll get a traveling call. It'll stay with the Quakers.
And got lucky there. I mean,
don't think they really wanted that shot there, but you know, you're playing the game, you're playing in a flow, you want to take a couple shots. So Scott Robinson and Jared Hall getting ready to wrap this one up for you.
And New Philly's going to take a full timeout.
So they're up 9 points, 1:18 to go, and they've got the basketball, and they take a timeout.
Well, tomorrow evening you'll be at the old pit for some wrestling between Claymont and Solon. There, throwback night, right?
Yeah, I think it's a throwback night. They did it last year with basketball, had some great success. You know what? That gym has such a special memory for a lot of people, a lot of former players, a lot of fans. Certainly, it's a great location. Man, there was no place like it when it was rocking and rolling, when the teams were, you know, certainly doing well, and many times they did very well.
And I imagine you'd probably be pretty crowded down there for some Claymont wrestling action.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it certainly is going to be a different atmosphere. They have such a nice atmosphere for wrestling at their current home there at the new high school. But that, the pit always has been near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. So we got 1:18. You know, we're going to take some time off here after tonight from basketball. We won't be back until, I believe it's February 3rd.
But then it picks up in a hurry there. We've got 3 games that week on TV2.
Right, yeah, John Glenn at Dover. We've got New Philly at Claymont, and then we'll also have the Dover New Philly girls game as well. So 1:10 to go. Quakers finally, Alderberger commits the foul on Young.
Double bonus time here for the Quakers.
So if Braden Young can hit a couple here, that may alter the strategy.
First one's good.
Young with 13.
I would think it might if he could hit this second one and then Marietta misses.
Second free throw is good. So Young with 14.
Quakers going to show a little pressure just to have them eat up a little clock here, getting it across.
Wood, the pass to Dawson. Shot's too hard. A rebound to Young. Marshall doing a nice job to get it to Hagan. And we're going to get the foul inside. I think it's going to be on Carl, and we'll head the other end for the 1-and-1.
Those type of decisions, I'm sure Coach Spurgeon's not happy with. They've had 2 possessions here in the last about 45 seconds, Scott, where instead of holding it, they've launched 3-pointers and they were up 11. So be a good teaching point tomorrow or Monday in practice. Even though you won, here are some things we have to do a little better next time we are in the lead in these type of situations here. This one off the mark.
Carl's got the rebound. I'll tell you what, for a while it did not look like the Quakers were going to win this one. But now they've got it well in hand. 11 points up, going to the free throw line with 35 seconds left. And you would expect that Marietta would call off the press here, but they've shown no signs yet. Hagan misses the first.
If there's one thing the Quakers haven't done well tonight, it is shoot from the line. They are just 5 of 10 right now in the second half. We get 6 of 11.
Hits, he's got 5. No reason for the Quakers to foul here. And that'll be on Young. That's his 4th. Chad Spurgeon just sitting on the bench calmly.
Yep. First one up and good.
So Deskins has 8.
Before he shoots this one, what do you think if he makes it? They call him timeout?
They've got 2 left.
I think it's 50-50.
I think, yeah. No, don't think it's going to happen. So the second shot was good. Deskins with 9.
All the Quakers need to really do is just get it across here. And I think
it's going to have to be bloodshed to finally call a foul.
Right.
I don't know why the Marietta coach doesn't pull him off. That's just not.
Yeah, that's
more than called for.
It's over.
Yeah, the game's over. Let the clock run out, and
because it just looks worse in the newspaper tomorrow. It's the first one.
Hagan's got 6. And Marshall gets a nice round of applause as he checks out. Second one is good. Peyton Spiker is going to come in. And with 4.3 seconds to go, Marietta will take it, hit it, and that is it. 57-48, the final score, as the New Philadelphia Quakers pick up a victory over the Marietta Tigers. We'll come back with our Bell Stores game wrap-up, and we'll name our McDonald's MVP coming up in a moment right here on TV2 Sports.
day a house becomes a home. The feeling when your dream becomes a reality. These are the moments you'll remember forever. At People's Bank, our difference is providing you financial peace of mind and confidence. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. We know your family and understand your story. People's Bank, working together, building.
Tell me, are you confident in your financial game plan? Hello, I'm Matt Ferris, president of Ferris Financial. If you're like most people, you've probably spent a lot of time talking about getting your financial affairs in order, but for some reason, the game plan has never come together. At Ferris Financial, we're here to...
57-48, New Philadelphia comes up with the victory over the Marietta Tigers. It's time now for our Bell Stores post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Bell Stores, with 2 new convenient locations to better serve you in Sugar Creek and Walnut Creek. Wrap up your day by stopping in at your local convenient Bell Store and make sure your family is running on full. Well, nice comeback in the second half by the New Philadelphia Quakers, as that third quarter, big turnaround that really put them on top, and then they never gave up the lead again.
No, it was all Quakers in every aspect. Defensively, turned it up a notch. I just think of that rebound that New Philly got under the basket where the Marietta Tiger player went sprawling. They both jumped up for it. Just the aggressiveness of New Philly at every aspect. On the floor after loose balls, confidence in their shot, working it around. Where on the flip side with Marietta, it was just like a complete just implosion.
Let's take a look at the final statistics for our ball game here at New Philadelphia High School.
And you look at them, I mean, the biggest one is the field goals. Philly 22 of 51, Marietta only with 38 shot attempts. Free throws, neither team shot it very well from the stripe, and rebounds and turnovers, pretty well even on the side of the ball. The strength of Marietta in the first half was the 3 ball, really non-existent in the second half for the Tigers going forward.
So that is our game wrap-up, brought to you by Bell Stores, with 2 new convenient locations to better serve you in Sugar Creek and Walnut Creek. Wrap up your day by stopping in at your local convenient Bell Store and make sure your family is running on full. Our MVP is brought to you tonight by McDonald's, with 9 locations to serve you in Bolivar, Strasburg, Dover, Uricksville, Newcomerstown, Cadiz, Sugar Creek, and 2 locations in New Philadelphia. The MVP tonight as we spread it around for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Number 33, Michael Carl, had 10 points, including a basket, I think, that really turned the game around in that third quarter, coming off that inbounds play. So he is our McDonald's MVP, brought to you by McDonald's, with 9 locations to serve you in Bolivar, Strasburg, Dover, Uricksville, Newcomerstown, Cadiz, Sugar Creek, and 2 locations in New Philadelphia. That's going to wrap it up here from New Philadelphia High School as the Quakers come out on top over the Marietta Tigers, 57-48. For Jared Hall and the rest of our TV2 sports team, I'm Scott Robinson, saying so long, everybody.